Hey everyone, welcome back to English Conversation Hub. In today's video, we dive into Atomic Habits by James Clear, a book that has transformed millions of lives by revealing the power of tiny changes. But instead of just summarizing the book, we're bringing it to life through a conversation between two friends, exploring the key lessons and how they apply them in real life. So, let's get started. Hey, I just finished reading Atomic Habits by James Clear, and I have to say, it's a game changer. Have you read it? Oh, yeah, I read it a few months ago, and I still think about it all the time. It's one of those books that sticks with you. What did you think was the most valuable lesson? Honestly, there were so many. But one thing that really stood out to me was the idea that small habits compound over time. I always thought you had to make huge changes to see results, but the book really convinced me that just getting 1% better every day adds up. Exactly. I love that concept too. People always try to overhaul their entire life overnight and then they burn out. But if you focus on tiny improvements, they build momentum. Have you started applying any of the strategies in your life? Yeah, I'm trying to. One thing I've been working on is habit stacking. Where you attach a new habit to something you already do regularly. Oh, that's a great one. What habit are you stacking? So, I'm trying to read more, but I always forget or put it off. Now, I've started reading for 10 minutes, right after I make my morning coffee. Since I never skip my coffee, it's helping me stay consistent with reading. That's smart. I actually used habit stacking to build a stretching routine. I attached it to brushing my teeth at night. After I finish brushing, I do 5 minutes of stretching. Over time, it just became automatic. That's awesome. It's crazy how habits shape our identity without us even realizing it. James Clear talks about that a lot, how you shouldn't just focus on goals, but on becoming the type of person who naturally does the right things. Yes, the idea of identity-based habits really blew my mind. Instead of saying, I want to run a marathon, you start thinking, I am a runner. When you identify as a runner, making time for running becomes second nature. Exactly. And it's funny because when you shift your identity, even small wins feel more meaningful. Like, when I read just 10 pages, I tell myself, I'm a reader now. It's a small thing, but it reinforces the habit. That's the power of reinforcing the behavior. Clear talks about making habits obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. Have you found any of those techniques helpful? Yeah, I've been making my habits more obvious. I leave my book on the kitchen counter, so I see it in the morning. That visual cue really helps. That's a great idea. I did something similar when I wanted to start drinking more water. I put a big water bottle on my desk so it's always in sight. Just seeing it reminds me to drink. That's smart. And making habits satisfying is another big one. I've been using a habit tracker to check off my daily progress. It's weirdly satisfying to see a streak build up. Oh, absolutely. I started using a habit tracker too, and I didn't expect it to be so motivating. There's something about not wanting to break the chain that keeps you going, right? It's funny how something so simple makes such a big difference. Definitely. And the best part of Atomic Habits is that it's not just about building good habits, it also teaches you how to break bad ones. Did any of those strategies stand out to you? Yeah, the whole idea of making bad habits invisible or harder to do really resonated with me. Like, I used to waste too much time on social media, so now I keep my phone in another room when I work. Just that small change has cut my screen time in half. That's a great trick. I did something similar. I removed junk food from my house, because if it's not there, I can't eat it. It's all about controlling your environment. Exactly. Environment design is such a powerful tool. We always think willpower is the key, but Atomic Habits makes it clear that setting up your environment for success is way more effective. Yeah, it's like removing friction for good habits and adding friction for bad ones. Exactly. So, after reading the book, do you feel like it's made a lasting impact on your life? Absolutely. I've read a lot of self-improvement books, but this one actually gave me practical steps that work. I still go back and review my highlights when I feel like I'm slipping. Same here. I think this book is one of those that I'll keep referring to. So, what's the next book on your list? I'm thinking about reading The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. It seems similar, but with a different perspective. That's a good one. I read it a while back. It dives more into the science of habits, which is really interesting. Nice! Maybe after I read it, we can discuss it like we did with Atomic Habits. Absolutely. Let's make it a habit. Haha, sounds like a plan. And that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more engaging conversations. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned and take care.